Welcome, everyone, to tonight's special edition of Travel Chat Live. We are talking about the Tribute Cruise, the Tribute Festival Cruise for 2022, updates, everything. If you're new to the chat, if you haven't booked the cruise yet, we're going to be talking about that. If you're already booked, this is also for you. We're going to give you lots of great updates tonight. So first of all, let me just let you know who is on the call. We have Jason Sherry from Tribute Festival. We have Missy from Go Travel. We have Bob Cook from Go Travel. And we have Megan from Go Travel. So tonight, feel free to type your questions in the comment section. We are going to be answering those questions for you live. And if you're watching it on replay, we will also get those questions answered for you eventually. But hey, Jason, let's start chatting. Talk to us. Are you excited about the upcoming cruise?
I am very excited. It has been, at this point, 18 months since we've seen all the Tribute Festival fans and all the Elvis fans. I had no idea when we left Georgia last March of 2020 we weren't going to see everyone for so long, but we're kicking into full production schedule now. We've got events rolling up and down the calendar, and next February we will be on board and very excited.
That's awesome. Well, and I think it's really cool to mention that Bob Cook from Go Travel is right now, as we speak, in his cabin on a cruise right now. So talk to us, Bob, about how cruising has been so far this summer.
Well, I've been on 3 cruises in the last month, including being on your ship, the Allure. I was on that last week. It's so abnormal that it's normal. It's like people have never stopped cruising. Everyone's grateful to be back at the sea. The staff is there. Food and service is excellent. I would say that given the way cruising is today, it's like it was about 20 years ago. Cruising became sort of rote. Food and service is excellent.
Well, Bob, I know what Bob is trying to say. It's like it was 20 years ago. People are just thrilled. It's like it's a brand new product that they've never seen before. I've been hearing Bob talk about how happy everybody is, the staff, all the guests. They're just so thrilled to be back on board cruising. And Bob's been testing things out and seeing how it's been going. So we're going to learn more about that tonight. But quickly, let's just do a recap of what there is to offer for next year's Tribute Cruise. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. And Jason, maybe you can help me out. When is it? It's February 2022. It is the annual Tribute Cruise. So February 19th through 27, 2022, going to the Eastern Caribbean. And talk about this. Have you been to any of these ports before, Jason?
We have, we've been mixing it up, going eastern, western each year. But this is a particularly nice cruise. It's got some really great stops. It's a 1 day longer than we normally go, so we get a little extra showtime in, and it's going to be beautiful.
And how many shows do you guys do? What is it planned?
Well, we typically do between 6 and 7 shows with the band. And then there'll be like the show at the pool, and and usually we get the theater one day to do a show. We do a little cabaret show in some of the lounges. We mix it up. Every year it's a little bit different. But one of the nice things is that Royal Caribbean gives us some really prime time slots in Studio B. So our shows aren't at 1 in the morning, and they don't go till the wee hours of the day. We always schedule them so that you could take advantage of the ports that we stop at. Sometimes you might have to come back an hour early in order to make the show starting that night. But we always work it out, and it always works out around dinner time, just after dinner. We get everything in. You don't have to miss anything.
I love it. And I know that you've been planning, that you spend all year planning all of these different shows. Talk to us a little bit about what goes into that.
Yeah, well, it's always fun. You start with when we're on the ship the year before. You start talking to the people. Who are they enjoying? Who do they want to see more of? We send out a survey at the end of each cruise so that we get everyone's feedback, and then we work on it as a team. We try to decide who we want to bring back from the last year, who we want to bring new. We'd love to bring every ETA on board every year, but we just don't have the space. So we mix and match until we find the right combination of 50s performers and 60s performers and 70s performers, younger guys, more seasoned performers. This year we happen to have a boat of exceptional seasoned performers, some of the best in the world from all over the world.
That is awesome. So if you're new to this concept, I mean, this all started out with fans of Elvis and Elvis classics. And I love that you spruce it up, and there's all kinds of a variety that we get on board. So again, here's the package pricing. If you haven't booked yet, here you could take a look at what's going on. There is still a little bit more space. So if you do want to get your space, book right away, and you can contact Missy and the team, and it's going to be awesome. And later on, I will be introducing also to the full Go Travel team who works behind the scenes to do that. On the cruise, you are going to have access to over 30 bars and restaurants, including the Rising Tide bar that elevates between 3 decks. I think we saw that in the video that we already saw before. Color and area classes, ice skating shows, all kinds of amazing entertainment, in addition to what you will get with those nightly shows with Tribute Festival. Let's see what else we have on the skits here. So let's talk about who's going to be joining, because I know that we revealed the performers in a previous chat, but maybe you can introduce them, Jason.
Yeah, we have a great lineup. We have our stalwarts, and then we have some new guys. And as I said, it's a worldwide contingent, including Diogo Light from Brazil, Ben Thompson from the UK, and Mark Anthony from Australia. So we're all looking forward to, some of these guys were supposed to be with us in Memphis or Georgia or Ocean City in the upcoming weeks, and current restrictions have just prevented them from coming, but we're going to get everyone together on the boat, and we'll have a great time there. And then, of course, we have Dwight and Dean Z, Travis, who hasn't been with us on it for a few years, and the current reigning Ultimate Elvis Tribute Artist, Taylor Rodriguez. So it's quite an extensive lineup of Ultimate Elvises, Images of King World Champions, and just great talent.
Well, and by the way, speaking of which, one of these people on that picture that we just saw will be joining us tonight live. Is that right, Jason?
Special guest, yes.
Special guest. Okay, so let's talk about what has been kind of changing recently. I know this is a big question for everybody since cruising stopped for a while and now it's resumed again. So Bob, I'm going to bounce that over to you, Bob, Megan, and Missy, to just go over what's going on. I think the main message we want you to know tonight is things are changing every day. So what's going on and what we're going to find out in February is going to be different. But we can tell you kind of some of the updates of what's going on now, and then you can make some decisions later on as we get closer into the time. So Bob, go ahead.
Well, essentially what's happening is Royal Caribbean is changing their protocols literally every week. They are not even thinking about January or February of 22. They are expecting, even with the Delta variant of COVID, they still think, and a lot of people in the press think that that's going to peak in several weeks, and COVID's going down. If we follow what England has, we should see it. But right now, for the month of August, and that's what you're seeing pushed, people will be wearing masks, and they will have to be inoculated, and they will also have to take a COVID test. That is only for August. We do not know what's going to be in effect in February, but we do expect things to be a lot easier and looser by then. Remember, the cruise lines are just back. They have to do the CDC protocols. Very strict. So what you're seeing for now is not going to be what's for us. It will change in September, change in October. I know we have a large going out in October 31st. When we have not been given those protocols. So for February 19th, that's on a back. But we do expect, based on what we're reading, that there will be a lot fewer restrictions required for people.
Repeat that, Bob, because you went out for a second there. You do expect that there will be
much fewer restrictions, if any, in February. And that's based on conversations I've had with, I'm on competition right now, but I had dinner with one of the executives and we discussed that. So, and last week I was on the Allure this and we discussed it there also. So we do expect a lot of changes.
Well, and we have a question here, Bob, from Barbara. She's asking, will trip insurance canceling for any reason be available? So maybe a note on insurance.
Well, insurance, if you did that, you would have need to cancel for any reason. I think within 14 days. However, Royal Caribbean does have a policy, cruise with confidence. Everyone that is booked is covered under it as long as they book by August 31st. If you do not feel comfortable, you may cancel the cruise and get a future cruise credit. You will not get a refund, but you will get a credit. But I don't think we're really going to have that big issue in February. But you can still cruise with confidence. Put your deposit down.
Can someone just describe quickly the Cruise with Confidence program? I know a lot of people are hesitant to book, and I want them to get the best price now. So what exactly does that?
And Bob, because you're going in and out, I'd like to bounce this over to Megan, if possible. Maybe Megan, give us a.
Yeah, so basically Cruise with Confidence is where you will still pay and get the best rate right now. And for any reason, if you don't feel comfortable traveling or something were to happen, as long as you cancel 48 hours prior to sailing, you'll be able to get a full future cruise credit. Again, that's not a refund, but you're not out any money, and that can be applied towards any Royal Caribbean cruise. It's not just like one specific sailing.
But they can,
and especially for the 2023 cruise, right?
Right.
Yes.
So if for any reason someone decides they can't come, they can cancel within 48 hours prior if they booked under Cruise with Confidence, and then sail with us in the January 2023 cruise. We'll put up some information about that soon.
Yes.
But it must be booked by August 31st to get Cruise with Confidence.
Yes.
Okay, so that's a big number to remember. August 31st, if you haven't booked yet.
Yep. So if you are already booked, you already have Cruise with Confidence, and you fall under that as well.
And this is good even following final payment.
Yes.
Great.
48 hours before departure.
Yeah. So final payment is October 15th of this year. And then after that is when penalties would start. And if you were to cancel, it would fall under Cruise with Confidence. If you canceled prior to October 15th, you're eligible for a full refund.
Great.
If you didn't book a refundable fare.
We don't book our group rates. Our group prices that are shown are all refundable prices.
Refundable. And of course, if you have any question about your specific case, because I know that a lot of people watching right now have already booked, because we have a beautiful group that's already gotten their space and they're ready to go. So if you have a specific case and you're not quite sure, feel free to reach out to Missy and the team. But that's usually that's what the standard is that they do. They do the refundable rate for these group rates.
Yeah.
And I think that's something just important to reiterate, because all of the things keep changing, and this is a big question for a lot of people. So what we really want you to understand is that October 15 is the final payment date.
October 15.
So that October 15 date is the big one. If you feel just not comfortable and you want to do something else, you have until October 15 to make lots of other decisions. But cruise with confidence will fully carry you through until 48 hours prior to the cruise for future cruise credit, a full future cruise credit to cover you. Okay, so if you have any other questions on that, feel free to put it in the comment box. Go ahead, Bob.
If you do have travel insurance and you have to cancel for a covered reason, such as an illness or something like that, travel insurance will compensate you for the cruise and the registration fee for participating in the shows. So the insurance will cover everything for you.
Okay, I do want to mention, so again, if you have any specific questions on this, feel free to put them in the comment box and we will answer them here. But in the meantime, Jason, you have a festival, right? Can you talk us about what the next festival coming up is? Oh, you're on mute.
There we go, on mute. We have an exciting schedule coming up. We are days away from heading down to Memphis for our annual Images of the King event, which we hold during Elvis Week every year. We are so excited to see so many of the fans in Memphis because it's like the grand reunion of Elvis fans. And we're excited to be there. We'll be at the Clarion Hotel at the Memphis airport, which used to be the Holiday Inn on Democrat Road. They just changed brands and renovated the hotel. We'll be there doing shows all week. And obviously, there are all the great shows at Graceland and all over Memphis. There'll be ETAs performing. So you should come on down to Memphis if you can. But if you can't see us in Memphis, we have, in September, we have the Georgia Tribute Festival, which was rescheduled from last March. So Georgia will be the only one of our festivals that we didn't miss a year. We hit 2020. We're going to hit 2021 again. We have our Stars on Fire show, which is kind of like our little Legends event in Augusta, Georgia on October 9th. Then we go to Ocean City for the Ocean City Tribute Festival. Then we've got the two new ones, which didn't make the graphic here. They are the Shake, Rattle, and Soul Festival, which maybe we'll talk to our special guest about in a few minutes, down in Sarasota, Florida, over Elvis's birthday weekend in January. And then at the end of January, we have our other new event, the Pigeon Forge Tribute Festival in Pigeon Forge, and that's going to be a great new event. Then we go cruising, woo, cruising, and then we start the calendar all over again. In Georgia again, the Empire State Tribute Festival
Awesome.
next week, which replaces our Lake George event, and then back to Vegas and Memphis.
All right, thank you, Jason. So, this way you can get your fix all year long.
Yeah.
But I do want to take a note to let everybody know. I know everybody works with Missy, but also behind the scenes, there's always Bob from Go Travel. There's Megan from Go Travel. There's a whole team behind when you write in. So I just want to let you know that. And the reason I want to mention is because at the Images of the King in Memphis, we'll be sending another one of our team members, Steve. So I just want you to introduce yourself. Hey, Steve.
Hello, everyone. I can't wait to see you next weekend.
So look for Steve. He's going to be there discussing the cruise, answering questions, doing bookings, anything you need. Steve will be on the ground there. And just look for Steve if you want to talk to somebody live. I know we're live here digitally, but really live in person, Steve will be there. Thanks, Steve.
Be glad to see everybody.
We have
Bob?
Steve is going to be there Friday night, August Saturday, and Saturday night, correct?
Correct.
Good. Okay. Make sure I want to make sure everyone knew he's going to be there. He'll be there to answer your questions and help you with anything.
Yeah, he'll be at all the shows. You could stop by Images all week on Friday, Saturday to check things out. But we do have a very specific time, 10 o'clock on Saturday, August 14th in the morning, where Steve and I will be there, and we can answer any kind of questions that you have about the cruise. And then Steve will be there actually with current pricing to take bookings, so we could sign you up right there in Memphis.
Okay, and well, now we have a special question from Barbara. Will there be special VIP seating that doesn't require standing in line? I'm glad you asked, Barbara, because I know that Jason wanted to talk about this tonight. So Jason, take it away. Talk about that.
Hey, Barb, how are you? Yes, we talked to so many people after last year's cruise, and so many of the responses in the survey we did asked for an option to not stand in line. So that, plus the fact that Royal Caribbean has asked us this year to make sure we don't have people gathered outside the theater for hours before the show, and we know you all love to do that. We're going to do something called VIP seating, and VIP seating is going to be available for an additional fee, and it will guarantee you a seat in the first 4 rows down on the floor. You don't have to wait in line. You will have a seat. Your special VIP pass will be good for row 1, row 2, row 3, row 4. It will say that on the pass. Obviously, everyone will buy row 1 until it's gone, and then row 2 until it's gone. But you will buy a guaranteed seat in that row, and that will allow you to not have to rush, wait until you get there, and then just slide into the theater and grab your seat. There is some basic information posted up on our cruise webpage already. It's under the seating information tab, and it has some basic information about all the seating, about how we do priority seating and other things for people who have never been on the cruise before. But anyone who wants to look up the VIP seating, it is there. And we are actually going to put those VIP seats on sale on Monday, the 9th at 10 a.m. And they will go on sale online. You'll have to buy them online. So if you have problems with that, you could call us beforehand, and we'll help you work your way through it so that you know how to do it. But it's going to be first come, first served basis, 12 seats in the first row, 12 seats in the second row, 12 seats in the third row, 12 seats in the fourth row, and then we're done with it. And we hope that helps certain people.
Festival.rocks. That's tributefestival.rocks to book their VIP seating. Is that right, Jason?
Right. The tributefestival.rocks website has our full calendar. Click through to the booking information for the cruise, and that'll give you all the details.
Fantastic. And I'm going to just check here to see if we have any questions. Oh, Leona wants to know how much, but I'm not sure if you want to comment on that or.
We've set the price. It's going to be $250 per seat. And the only reason that it's that much is because there are so few of them that we can make available.
That makes it for demand purposes. Exactly. It needs to match that. I know that lots of people were asking questions on that. So awesome. I just want to take a second to just review all of our past cruises. I love seeing these photos over the years. Again, if you have any questions, we're on here live, and maybe a special guest will be joining shortly. But here's our 2017 cruise, 2018. I just love it. Is there a color picked out for this year? Is it a mystery? It's a secret?
There is a color picked out for this year. It is kind of a coral colored red. It's a really, really nice shirt. I may have actually posted the shirt on Facebook at some point a couple months ago, but we'll post it again. I'll pull it up.
That's awesome. Love it. Love it. Okay. Now, again, if you want more information, go travel.com/tribute or tributefestival.rocks. Either way, you can get access. But we have all of the details listed right there. We'll change them as any updates happen. We will be posting them there. And we do plan to do another live chat in some months when we have more information. If we have enough information to do a big update, we will come back at you with another live update. Again, type any questions in the comment box. But is it time? Do you think we should bring on a special guest? I'll leave it to you, Jason. What do you think?
I believe we have two special guests in the same camera frame there. So let's bring them up.
Oh boy, here we go.
What's up, everybody? Hey, it's the Icenhowers, if you didn't know.
Hey, guys.
Hi, everyone.
How are you?
Hey there.
You guys have been with us on the cruise, I think, since the second year, right?
Yeah, that's right, man. I tell you, of all the cruises, I mean, this one is just so much fun. I mean, there's so many great events, and it really is like a big family get together when we're all on the same boat and just able to kick back and have some fun.
And the ship is so nice. The ships are always so nice too.
You like going on the big ship?
Yeah.
Well, Royal Caribbean, just in general, always has like nice cruise ships.
So you guys, I want you guys to talk a little bit about the program where we have people book under the ETA's names, because that lets us know which ETA attracted you most to the show. Now, it's not supposed to be your favorite ETA, or your, of course, a lot of times it is, but you want to put down the ETA that actually sold you the cruise, the one that helped you make the decision to come, because we compensate the guys additionally for every person that they book on board. And then sometimes there's a little incentive, right?
Yeah, that's right. Especially if you book under Dwight Icenhower, the coolest ETA on the boat. No, really, you're gonna love all the ETAs. I promise. They're all my good friends. I hope they're watching this right now. But anyhow, if you do sign up under Dwight Icenhower, we appreciate it first and foremost. But you also are able to show up the night before we sail, which is the night of February 18th. And we do a huge Rockstar VIP party, but you can only come to that party if your name is on the VIP guest list.
Signed under
Dwight Icenhower. So if you sign up under my name for the cruise, you're going to be invited to this exclusive Rockstar VIP party. We're going to have a live band, my live band that plays every show with me here in Florida. We're going to be doing Elvis. We're going to be just doing all kinds of rock and roll, maybe even some songs that Elvis never recorded. So,
I gotta say, I gotta jump in and say, because every year we always get some people that want to sneak in because, they signed up under somebody else's name, and, it's cool. Everyone does their own thing, but we do our kickoff party, and we get the people that try and sneak in because they kind of regret not signing up under Dwight's name. And so this year, sign up under Dwight's name, because we're not letting anybody sneak in this year.
If you're not on the VIP guest list, you're out.
All right, now enough selling there. I do have to mention that. I do have to mention that all of the ETAs coming do a little thing for their guests that come.
Yes.
Some do it on board, some do it ahead of time, right. Some do a little gift basket or gift bag. So whichever ETA is the one who's selling you the cruise and getting you to come on board, please sign up under them. But yes, everyone's really strict. Like, if you didn't sign up under Dwight, you're not going to get his incentive. If you don't sign up under D, you're not going to get his incentive. If you don't sign up under Taylor, you're not going to get his incentive. Every guy has a little thing that they're doing, and so pick the one that most influences your decision.
Right.
Rockstar VIP
party. Guys, before we let you go, I want to take a second and talk a little bit about Shake, Rattle, and Soul, if you want to make a little
pitch. Man, we're so excited this year for this. And Jason, it's so good to have you on board with us, and all the great folks at tributefestival.rocks. We're excited to be working with you guys. It's going to be a lot of fun this year. We've got some surprises. We do have our classic lineup of artists. This is not per se an Elvis festival. I've never wanted it to be strictly an Elvis festival. This is a tribute artist festival. You're going to see Rod Stewart there. You're going to see James Brown. You're going to see Little Richard. You're going to see plenty of Elvis. You're going to see Roy Orbison, and maybe even some special guest artists. So it's going to be a lot of fun this year. We have the fabulous EAS band from Chicago coming in to be with us. And it's just going to be a lot of fun. And that is January the 6th, 7th, and 8th. We're closing out everything on January 8th with a big Elvis birthday bash. So it's going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah, and one of the great things is that we worked it out so that we're going to have that same weekend in future years as well, so that people can plan that first weekend in January every year, come down to Sarasota, Florida, join us for this great festival. It's a great way to kick off the year. It's a great way to celebrate Elvis's birthday with other Elvis fans and other rock and roll fans in Florida in the winter. What could be better?
Yeah, and I got to say, Sarasota has one of the top 5 most beautiful beaches in the whole United States. So make sure and come to check that out. Also, plan a day or two extra, come in and enjoy the beach.
And that's on tributefestival.rocks also.
That's right.
All right. Anything else you guys want to say? Julie, you have any questions for them?
I think we just have to answer a few more cruise questions before we go. But Dwight and Vicky, thank you so much for joining us tonight.
Guys.
See you in Memphis.
Yeah, looking forward to it.
Okay. So there was an interesting question because I know that you just were talking about sign up under your favorite Elvis tribute artist. So Dorothy Wilson has an interesting question. She said it's 1 per cabin, so we're not able to pick everyone, even though they are all our reason for going. So what's your suggestion there?
I know that's one of the hard things, but the incentive is based on the ETA selling cabins for us. That's how we all make money. Is they have to sell the cabins. We need you guys to come on board. So that's unfortunate, but maybe rotate through each year or flip a coin or look for what incentive they're offering and see which one you want to sign up for. I wish there was a better way to do it, but unfortunately, this is the only way.
Put them all in a hat.
There you go.
Now, again, if you have any questions about the cruise, you can visit us at gotravel.com. Just say, I want the tribute cruise, and we can get it for you. We're just so excited about this upcoming cruise. It is just something we look forward to every year. It is just one of our most favorite things that we do. Before we have our kind of sneak peek video into the excursions, we're going to take a look at St. Martin. Before we do that, any other final words, Bob, Jason, Megan, Missy? I think Bob wants to say something.
Just want to bring up a word. If you're going to be traveling, the best form of ID to travel with is a passport. Currently, passports are 18 to 22 weeks before you can get them back. That brings us up to Christmas. So if you're going to go for a passport, apply now. It's going to take 18 to 22 weeks to get. If your passport expires before August the 27th, you need to renew if that's what you travel on. August 27th, August 28th, it has to be good 6 months after you return to the United States. So now, if you need a link, you can email Missy, you can email Megan. We have a link that takes you right to the page to renew or to get a new one.
Very good. Thanks, Bob. That's huge news. Jason, go ahead.
I saw a question pop up in the feed that I just wanted to address. Someone asked why Irv isn't scheduled to be on the boat. And it's really simple. We love Irv. He's always going to be part of our Tribute Festival family. This year, we're scaling back a little bit on the staffing and peripheral staff, only because, as you can imagine, it's been 18 months since we sold the ticket to anything, and we have to be conservative with what we're spending this year. So it's in no way a slight to Irv. He understands. He'll be back with us in the future. But this year we're going to do a little different with the MCs. We're going to have the guys who aren't performing on stage that night MC the other shows, so that we get everyone up there a little bit and get it accomplished without him. Although we will definitely miss him.
I love that idea. I think that's a fun idea. We love Irv, but that's an innovative way to do it. Missy, go ahead.
Every year, people wait till the last minute. I just want to put this out there. We are getting really low on balconies. So If you are wanting a balcony or any of the rooms, it's best to go ahead and get it booked as soon as possible, because some people like to wait until the last minute and then what they want is not available. So if you have something that you're looking for, or even if you're wanting to book any of the cabins, just book as fast as possible.
All you need is a $500 deposit.
Yes, $250 per person. Now it does happen if you have 3 people in the room, you will need $750.
And remember that this ship has the balconies on the outside, the balconies on the inside. The cabins that look into the Grand
Central Park.
So there's so many options on this ship. But yeah, if you have a real specific need, make sure you call right away.
Amen. All right.
You're not.
We have a question here. I'm not sure if you know what it means. We can still use the card, not the to you, Jason.
I don't know what that means. If we could have some more.
Okay. Well, Leona.
Yeah.
Okay. They're wanting to know if you could still use the passport card and not the passport book.
Not a question for me.
Yes, you can use the passport card. Same parameters, expiration.
Yes.
A passport book is easier though. If God forbid you have to fly home from an island, the passport will get you out earlier. We saw all that happen today. That someone had to leave the trip and be flown home from Memphis. And the passport is the best thing to have. And it's not that less.
Okay,
it's not that much.
Okay.
Sure. The key is get it done now. If you need to apply for one, if you need to renew, do it now, because there is that lag time that wasn't the case before. So, okay, I don't see any more questions. We're just so excited to have everybody join. Oh, something's popping in. Oh, Vicky wants to say hi, everyone. So happy to see you all. Let's go cruising. Thanks, Vicky. So before we get going, Jason, final words before we have our sneak peek at St. Martin?
You know, I know that we're watching the news and things are up and down and people are hesitating to make a decision. We're trying to do as much as we can to insulate that decision from so that you won't lose money. So again, cruise with confidence until August 31st. Travel insurance. These are all things that the team at Go Travel can walk you through on the phone and help you buy so that you're confident that if there's a reason why you can't cruise last minute, you'll be able to pull the plug. And you're still locking down today's prices, your balcony sea view cabin that you might want. You could lock that all down now. Don't wait until we get the all clear, because the all clear will come and we'll all be out there cruising and having a great time. And the cabin you want won't be available, or the price will be $100, $200, $300 more than you're paying per person. Bob says even more than that per person. So yeah, please book now. I know there's a lot of hesitation out there, but even if you can't end up joining us for this year, you could use your deposit and join us in 2023. We really want to keep this cruise going. We need all of you on board. Like, we need all of you to show up and buy tickets at our festivals. Like, we need you to show up and buy tickets at the local music hall or the local Broadway show, so that all the entertainment that's been dormant for 18 months can keep going on. We need people there in order to put the shows on.
We need this amazing music to just keep living and have a place to keep thriving, and for new generations to keep discovering it, just so that it can keep living, right? Let's keep it going, and we need everybody's support to do that. Awesome. Okay, well, thanks. Yes, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. Jason, something else?
No, that's it.
That's it. Okay.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you, everybody, for joining us tonight. We're about to take a little sneak peek at St. Martin. What we look forward to seeing you on board in February, and another live chat, though, prior to that. In the meantime, have a wonderful evening and a wonderful week. Bye.